Hello everybody and welcome all. Welcome to the Xplane 11, and today on the ground Heathrow Airport we're taking the Airbus A321 CEO in British Airways delivery with the CFM engines Leap 1 Alpha to Gibraltar. A tough approach, sadly at the moment, given the winds. We're not going on 09, we're going in 27, so not quite as nice. Hopefully that changes. That would be much more fun. Anyway, the aircraft is half powered up. I believe we're joined by Jones Aviation here on our left, Speedbird 232. I believe that's Jones Aviation. So, great fun. We got a couple of Speedbirds and stuff down here. So, absolutely mega. Yeah, today hoping not to make a tail strike. This looks like a very similar aircraft to the one that actually made the tail strike. So we will not tail strike today. Sorting out some stuff. There we go. I believe I fueled up the aircraft. Let me have a look. Just see if we got all the loading. Yes, we have. Correct amount of fuel and everything on board. But it's a really nice livery. The blues and everything are really, really high quality. It's really lovely. So if you just bear with me whilst I set up track IR, we'll hop in the flight deck and get ready to go. Cool. So, into the aircraft then. Welcome along, make yourself welcome, make yourself heard in the chat, as we hop up the FMC and continue programming from where I was. So the programming I've done so far, I haven't called for clearance or anything yet, we've got that to go. I just thought it's a fairly long flight, so we might as well start programming sort of underway, otherwise we will be here forever. And then go direct to Noven, or the top one. You insert that. From Noven we go to Delog. Remember that from when we flew down to Faro, Delog. Then Crissa. Librian for the rain effects on the HUD. I tried to get them working, but they don't seem to be working today. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but that's what's happening. So we'll have to see. And then we'll set up our arrival as we're in the flight. So everything is all good to go. I believe I fueled up the aircraft. Oh, you're ACA, are you? Where are you? ACA 143. Where are you at? Down here somewhere. You're just being funny. Nice British Airways 777 being worked on in the hangar. Anyway, so we'll continue then. So, performance. Toliss flap 1, massive runway here at Heathrow. Oh. So, flex to temp will be perfectly fine. 155, 158, so quite high rotation speeds. So, what we want to watch out for is as we go up to flex temperature, and we start getting, when we get to the speeds, when we get to the speeds of about 150, it'll be quite difficult to control the centerline. So I want to make sure we don't sort of slip off the runway, so just going to need to make sure we don't. So a little bit of left and right rudder should solve our problems there, so that should be alright. Now we'll start up the APU. I've refueled the aircraft so we can get the fuel pumps on. Hit start on the APU. And what we want to do, if you watch this, I've got the nice beautiful Logitech radio panel today. And so, nice Logitech radio panel. So if we watch this, if I get up on the left hand side, the frequency for Heathrow Tower today, 118.5, I can tune it in using it, so it's quite good fun. You can see it works quite well. So then we just dial it in using this one, 118.5, like that, and then I hit switch, and now it's in our active frequency. So now we should be able to hear him quite well. Let's see if that works. I've got to turn up the volume. 118.5. Do a quick comms check. Heathrow Tower speed at 455, stand 509, requesting a mic check. Ah.
Sorry, last station, Heathrow Tower, sorry. Confirm radio check, sorry.
A firm just asking for a radio check. Speed was 455.
Zulu 455, readability 5.
Readability 5, 455, thank you.
Lot 498 ready for taxi.
Lot 498, thanks, taxi, Lima, right Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Lima, right Alpha, hold Alpha 4, lot 498.
Ah, you're in the A319 today, huh? We're in the older brother of that. So hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to make it. It's quite a big plane, 321. But right, let's get our clearance then. Let's get the information we're looking for. Let me know if it's too loud. That I'm doing my best, but he's got quite a loud microphone. Right. Heathrow Tower, speed 455 for an Airbus A321 NEO on stand 509. Requesting IFR clearance to Gibraltar, please. We have information, Quebec.
Sugar 455, Heathrow Tower, hello, clear Gibraltar. Goxie 2 Foxtrot departure, squawk 1074.
Clear on the Goxie 2 Foxtrot departure, squawk 1074, speed 455.
455, correct.
Cool.
All stations, fortunately, Heathrow Tower now to close, monitor Unicom 122.8, Unicom 122.8, Heathrow out, good, do you think?
Tune over to Unicom. And we're on Unicom. We got our clearance, so we get a nice squawk code, which is pretty cool. We'll put it into the standby because we're not moving yet. And they got Goxie 2 Foxtrot departure, so if we just go here. Just check that our departure. Oh, I wonder what's doing there. Flight plan. Oh, it's on 27 right, that's why. Ah, what's that up to now? In it. We're going to Goxie, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So we have got the departure, so that's all good. We'll get our beacon light and nav light on, and we'll turn on the AP bleed and disconnect from the external power. That was a little bit quick there. I should have given it a minute for the AP. Just sort of a second or so for that AP to warm up on the AP bleed. Didn't tell me it was driving up there. Right, we'll make sure our parking brake is set. It is, yada yada, just checking all my systems work. Cool, everything works.
Lot 498 holding Alpha 4 for runway 27 right, line up and take off.
So we're going from 27 right today, same as he said. Just sort out that left wing camera, it's not quite nice. Make sure we get that one there, that one is a bit too close there. That's better, there we go. Right, turn on the track IR. There we go, that's nice. Very sensitive actually that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch it.
3 to push back from stand 508, we're going to be running the old way, so we're going to 445, we're going to be pushing to the right, facing to the west-east, sorry.
Right, try that one instead. About different profile setup there. Well, that's a weird one actually. No, sorry about that. I'm sorting out, you know, the profiles for the thing, but the tug's connecting, so that's all that matters. There he goes, he's lifting us up. Right, that's better. So with the track IR, it's about getting this sort of profile set to the right one. Sitting at the gate, entertain me. Ah, you going on a holiday, monsieur? Very nice. Oh, what was that? Someone's firing up their engines. Crikey. Heathrow traffic speed at 455, pushing back stand 509. That is a lot of noise. Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure why it's so loud. Vatsim have obviously done a bit of updating. We might be pushing in front of him, but that's alright. Everyone's going to the same place. He's going back as well. Is he facing us? Okay, this is very confusing. It was good when we had a tower controller online. Right. TCAS needs to now go to the TA position. And what we're going to do is start engine 1. So, on the left, in the ignition, flick the master up, and the engine begins starting. We can have a look out the window and watch it as it starts. Turn that check out, you can have a nice look around. Starting at nice level. You may ask why I started engine 1. I get asked this quite a lot. Having spoken to a real A321 CEO pilot, he says they always start engine number 1 first, so you know, I'm gonna have a look. So we'll have to see, but that's what's going on. So that's why we're starting that one first. I do get asked it a lot, so okay, that's why we're explaining. That's not a problem, but it is engine 1 you start first in the Neos, and then engine 2 on the COs. You gonna play flight sim in the airport? Yeah, that'd be good fun, wouldn't it, if you could? That'd be nice. Interesting, engine 1 isn't starting. Haven't forgotten anything, have we? Don't think so. Let's have a look. Why is that not starting? 30 on the N2, but the N1's not rising. Have we got some anti-ice in there? Let's shove it on. Is that... won't work, will it? Because of course we... AV bleed is on. Oh goodness me. It's never a nice and easy start, is it? Especially as we've pushed in front of an aircraft, so we particularly need to get going. When they're cold, they can take a while to start. But, oh, I set it to the crank position, not the ignition start. My bad. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? That's why. Okay, so normal. And then we'll go right and 1. Oopsies, sorry about that. Crank position just turns the engine over. So that's why that wasn't starting. Sorry about that. Pillow broke it. Yeah, no, we didn't break it. I just put it in the wrong position, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay. We're in the same type of aircraft that tail striked on departure from London Heathrow Airport a while ago, so we have to watch out for that. We do not want that happening. Set up our brakes at the tow can disconnect. There we go. Exhaust gas temperatures are rising rapidly now, and there we go. The engine's actually online. Engine 1 is available. Engine 2 starting. There go, the hydraulics pressurising nicely. Flap 1, just confirm active. The packs will be left on, just confirming we've got the same numbers. Fantastic. He can disconnect. Engine's on the startup. There he goes, he's away from the aircraft. I imagine he'll move off now. We'll set our TCAS to fully on. Set the weather to auto. And the weather system's on. Weather plus turbulence. Never shows it for me, but we'll turn it on. Nonetheless. There we go, the engine's now starting. We'll set the taxi and turn off lights on. There we go. Engine is confirmed start. We'll auto brake to maximum. Ignition start to off. And the APU can go off. APU goes off. Aircraft ready, packs are ready. We'll just before take a full taxi checklist, so that's flaps for the departure. Arm the spoilers. And perform a flight control check, so full right. Positive deployment there. Have a look on the wing view, you can see it's positive deployment. Full left, positive. Full up, we have to go in the flight deck to have a look at. Good, and full down, we can see the elevators moving nicely on this, on the FS there. Then we're making our way out to 27 right today, so we're going to release our parking brake. Begin a bit of power.
232 taxiing to holding point Pluto via Alpha, 27 right.
Release our parking brake. He's going by Alpha, so we'll just go by Bravo once he gets moving, but that's fine. We need to be up 0.3, so we'll just set it on our flight control page. Up 0.3. We'll reduce the throttle, we don't want to hit Jones Aviation as we go out. Check. And check. Aircraft is fully alive. So, we've got a state where we're taxiing, but we're just following the aircraft ahead, basically. Spirit 455 Heathrow traffic taxiing up to the holding point Alpha 1 for runway 27 right via Alpha. Cool. I think, do we go via Alpha or do we go via Bravo? Alpha it is. Go via the Alpha. You watch the Concorde trials, toy show oils, and find it very helpful. You'll be using it to learn the plane. Oh, fantastic! Well, I'm glad you found it helpful. It's a tough plane, so good luck. I'll be really pleased if you can. It shows that it works. Bit quick on that corner there. We only want to do about 10. A little bit fast. The cabin's all ready for departure. They'll be performing their safety duties as we taxi out now. So as we taxi out, we're just making sure we're ready for takeoff. To be perfectly honest, quite a long taxi all the way down here. So we don't need to be sort of doing our proper before takeoff checklist initially. We've literally got 4 kilometres to taxi because we're going from right at the end of the runway to the other end. So we've got 4 kilometres to taxi. We've got a long way to go. So there's no urgent rush. The runway, 3.9 kilometres, and we're basically taxiing the whole length. So there's no rush at all. So we'll keep power on. The speed limit here at Heathrow Airport is 40 miles per hour, which is about 30 knots, 35 knots. So we can go pretty quickly. The Speedbird limits say that at Heathrow Airport you can do up to 35, so I think we'll just keep the throttles where they are, build the speed right up to 35. Because we're on Alpha. If you're on Bravo, it makes a couple of turns. Alpha's a bit less weavy, so you don't have to make as many turns. So you pretty much go straight. I know you see Jones Aviation turning there. There is one turn then, there's little jolts in the taxiway there. Nothing too bad. Just let it slowly build up speed. There's no point taxiing across at 10 miles an hour, so go a bit quicker. Gently make the turn here. Very gentle movements because of course everyone's in the back stood up still probably. The cabin crew stood up, so we don't want to rock them out their seats. There we go, that's nice. And then our before takeoff checklist, so we're just looking to, before takeoff, make sure our flaps are set, the confirmed traffic is clear out the way. Well, we can't do that yet because we don't know what traffic will be there as we roll up to the holding point. Get rid of the sound. The cabin's ready, the auto brake set, flaps set. The chrono seems to be on timer there. We'll get ready to click our chrono on the departure. There goes the plane, look. Oh, he's rotating lovely. Velocity doing a great job there. And there's 34 knots, so we'll just throttle back a little bit there so that we don't overspeed. And because if you hit a bump, say at this speed, which there could well be on taxiways, on the runway, not necessarily, but on a taxiway, you can really damage the aircraft. How long is the flight today? I expect to be in the air for about 2 hours 40 minutes. So quite a long one because it's like when we went to Faro, except we're at Heathrow this time, so we're a little bit further north. And Gibraltar, so it's a little bit further south than Faro. So all round, just slightly longer because of them. 2 little factors, so just a little bit longer than the normal one, about 2.5. So it could be a little longer. Why is Jones Aviation? he's like an F1 car trying to warm up his brakes, so he's weaving around all over the place. We're having to slow down. What's he doing? We'll slow down. We want to maintain about... You know, I can't remember the actual numerical difference, but, you know, at least a good plane and a half's length between the aircraft, which in this case we will. So back off a bit. You'll be able to hang out for about 2 hours. Well, great. Where are you flying today to then? You said you're waiting to get on a plane. Where are you going off to in the sun? I hope. It is not very nice here in Heathrow. It's actually raining slightly, but if I set the rain effects to normal, we might actually have a chance of seeing the rain.
Heathrow, Gibralter 232 departing via Pluto, runway 27 right, Goxie to Foxtrot.
Okay, we'll continue our way up to Alpha 1 and hold there then. Not because we're necessarily we're only a little bit bigger, so that's not a problem. Just that I know we're looking at 155 and 158 as our V1 and VR and V2, so it's quite high. So I don't particularly know how long it will take to accelerate. Been a while since I flew the aircraft, so we want to give ourselves as much distance as possible. The worst feeling is when you realise you're getting towards the end of the runway and you're not going fast enough. Heathrow traffic, speed of 455, lining up runway 27 right, Heathrow. We'll line up on the
traffic, speed 21903 on stand, 518 pushing back onto Alpha, facing north.
We'll take this left here. We're not in a big plane like when we were when we departed in the 340. We had to go right out on that outer one, but we'll just take this one for now because we're just a small little bird.
Hey, the traffic tower 01 Mike, 3 miles, 27 left.
Appleton to Chicago, Chicago to Knoxville. Wow, that's a good set of flights. Oh, took that a bit tight there. Need to line up a bit better than that. There goes Jones Aviation. Is he in the air yet? Holy moly, that was a sharp rotation. I don't know if it was the velocity's really working well. That is crikey, that is. I would not want to be a passenger on that plane. Right.
For traffic, easy 1906 stand 246 pushing back onto Lima.
Set our lights whilst on the runway. Aircraft is ready for departure. Cabin crews are seated.
232 clear off runway 27 right, Foxtrot Heathrow.
We'll idle our throttles, holding on the runway here. We'll wait for him to get a little bit high before we begin our roll. We're treated by a huge Qatar aircraft landing there. It's gone behind the buildings. We might catch his touchdown. Oh, it's gone behind the wingtip. Oh, he's floating. He's floating. Oh, and he's down. Nice work. Right, we'll give Jones Aviation a little bit of space. We don't want to. Look at the water being blown up from the engines there. Pretty cool. And he's gone off our TCAS, therefore we're allowed to go. Speed 455 Heathrow traffic, rolling runway 27 right. So 50% engine power. Set the wiper 1 on. Manflex. Check the throttles are in Manflex. Manflex, SOS, runway, auto first blue. So I'm just moving around in the seat there. Velocity is awesome, yeah, it really is. You get to experience the lovely Chicago O'Hare 20-minute taxi beat. yeah, it's a long taxi at Chicago. No, turn off the wiper. The speed means the rain's sort of running off, so that's fine. See what I mean? We're going about 120, sort of slewing around the runway a little bit. That's what happens when you go quite quick in these birds. V1 and rotate. Gently up on the nose, gently lifting it into the air. Airborne. Gear up, positive rate. Continue pitching, and we're on to the flight directors. Lovely. Love departing out Heathrow. It looks mega. Little wing waggle, see if anyone's watching. That's lovely. A lovely departure out of Heathrow. It's nice to experience it in Concorde, but it goes so quickly. It's nice sometimes to have a nice look around as you depart. It's good fun too. And we're going back into climb power there, reducing the throttle, pitch our nose down onto 10 degrees or so. That's perfect. Turn off lights, leave everything else as it is, increase the range slightly there, and we can de-arm the spoilers, and then we just fly on the flight directors out here. That's what I quite like to do, and have a look at nicer across the wing view as we depart there. 200 knots or so. It's not doing too badly there. Sorry if I've missed the chat. I only got an hour in Chicago though, so not too bad. Ah, that's not a bad changeover. That's quite nice. Well, it's a shame. We had Heathrow 2 out for the clearance, but he went offline, so now we don't have anyone. There go the flaps automatically retracting. If you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe. When we hit 200 subs, we'll take Concorde out for a spin, so please, the more you hit the like and subscribe, you can get a nice live tutorial. So, yeah, come along for the ride.
Victoria 01 Mike 2, speed 17 Victor, US, Stockton Alpha.
We'll make our call to Heathrow traffic in a minute to let them know we are out the way. Pop them back up in nose view, pitching the nose up. I like to fly it to about 7,000 feet or so, because you don't get the opportunity to fly much during these kind of flights. We're going straight to 390 today. We're pushing right up to the top of what we can do.
Speedbird 2103 for traffic, taxiing Hollywood, Pluto Line Alpha.
Hope the sound levels are all right. Let me know if they are. I think a live Concorde tutorial would be good fun. You're subbed. Thanks. We want to fly the Concorde, just sub. Thank you very much. I do love the Concorde. Maybe even if we don't hit 200 subscribers, we'll take it for a flight. It's such a nice plane. I have not flown it in a while, so it might be a bit amusing. I'm a bit rusty with it. I find Concorde. We'll engage this part. Sorry. I find Concorde more than any other plane that compared to the Airbus A321 or anything. You can really go out of date with it. Do you know what I mean? You don't fly it much. You very easily forget almost everything about systems. So I really might take it for a spin before I do it on stream.
Pushing back from gate 545, north at taxiway Charlie.
Speed 455, Heathrow traffic. We're passing through flight level 95, climbing flight level 390, Gossam, 3 Charlie departure. Oh, no, that's not the Gossam, is it? That's it. What's the departure? Oh, they don't need to know, but they just think I'm going silly if I don't get it right. Sorry, that was the Gogsy 2 Foxtrot departure out of Heathrow, speed 455. And 10,000 feet, so the landing lights can come off. You notice I've left the seatbelt signs on here for a minute. Coming out of Heathrow, there's this turn, which if you've been climbing directly, you will be making just as you get through 10,000. So what I don't want to do is just turn off the seatbelt signs and say, hi, cabin's free to roam about and suddenly make a big left-hand turn. So, don't like Concorde, unsubscribe. Do a flight Concorde where you don't break the sound barrier? Yeah, it'd be good fun. I saw a YouTuber took it into Innsbruck. I don't know if we could. I don't know if I'm that good, but I do agree. It'd be good fun not to break the sound barrier, maybe just for once, so you can see how badly it handles below the speed. Because it still does, Mach 0.95, which is a lot faster than we're going to go today in our aircraft. So it's still very quick. Do a flight Echo Golf Lima Limited Oscar Lima Bravo Alpha to Victor India Delta Papa using the Concorde. Not a flight that is legal in real life since it will be done supersonic. Yeah. MEA livery. Yeah. There's a good livery pack for the Concorde, so I'm assuming the MEA's livery isn't there. Oh, Matthew Lowe, hello, nice to see you. How are you doing? Take it to St. Bart's. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? That'd be a proper tough landing. And of course, it would fail. But it'd be funny. You You got 787 to make 0.95. Ah, wow, very impressive. Wasn't very fuel efficient. Ah, I can imagine. But to be honest, you know, now this Concorde. So, you know, I think it's yeah, now this Concorde. So don't yeah. Good. Well, we're climbing nicely there. You flew into Innsbruck? Oh yeah, cool. Well, exactly, so it can be done. So we'll take it there. The clouds are looking pretty nice there, a little bit hazy, which is quite good fun. In real life, your wings would have sheared off with a 787 at 9.5, yeah. Oh, dropped my phone there. See. Take it back up, there we go. You flit into it, yeah. I got the 747 Supersonic on Sunday. Xplane, oh goodness me, mate, you must have been crash detect off there, nosedive. Probably say more comfort, but I was running FedEx. Ah, my Xplane 12 leak. If you aren't already, join the Discord server. You meet some interesting people for sure. And you can also come see the sorry, I got distracted there. You can get early warnings and things when we're going to stream, and you can get votes on what aircraft we're going to fly. And then if you're you get what aircraft we're going to fly, you get to choose in the Discord server. Often, sometimes the routes. If you are if you're a senior member, which you earn by donating, which you can do through the links, that's much appreciated to anyone who does that. You can choose, if I remember, I don't often, so I'll try and do better. You can choose the route. I'm always up for suggestions of where we should fly, so please hit it in there. That's Jones Aviation ahead of us there. We don't want to overtake him, so we'll leave it. It's doing just above 250. It's really not going very quickly there. We've got speed constraint. When does the speed constraint end? Interesting. 250, 10,000. We're doing 250 here. That's pretty slow as we're getting quite high there. So we gotta keep the speed up. Sorry, I missed the chat there. You seen it? I just went toga at 38,000 feet. Yeah. Circle to land in Innsbruck would be interesting in Concorde. It certainly would it not? It'd be a lot of drifting about, I imagine. It'd be holding it off the stool. It'd be quite a stressful business. Invite invalid? Oh, sorry, let me, I'll get a better one in. What do you mean you're happy? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. What did I say? Let me get it invited. Sorry about it being invalid. It expires even though I selected not to, so sorry about that. I'll drop it in the chat here for you. Come back over. Phone's being particularly slow. Oh. Hold on, go back. There we go. That's the one. Cool. Let me get that in the chat. So 230, we're just going to keep it. We want to look out for Jones Aviation. I don't want to get too close to him. And that'd be very annoying. There it is. Ready. Cool. Oh god, I've just clicked on my own invite link. Oops. Oh well. Right, 930 miles. Wow, it's a long way, that one. We're going to arrive with 3.3 tons of fuel. That's good. That accounts for some, interesting go-arounds and stuff. So that's formation, flight, velocity. Ah, yeah. Well, I had go. At, me and Generation did a sort of basic one. It was very good fun, actually. It is the velocity servers really are amazing. Yeah, they really are fantastic aircraft. Sorry, fantastic servers that really mean the aircraft seem realistic, and they're right there. That is, great fun. Yeah, Airbus A319 is not as quick as the formation flight on velocity. That'd be good fun, wouldn't it? Especially now, I no longer have to do group flights in Microsoft Flight Simulator and sort of in multiplayer. We could do it on Vatsim and mooch around, which is pretty good fun. There we go. I think we're leaving the United Kingdom. Where are we heading over? Ah, we're going across the Isle of Wight. Nice. Make our way out. The one in Hawaii can basically touch wingtips. Oh, that's pretty cool. Just join the server. Ah, well, welcome along then. Welcome aboard. You don't want to go on their information with velocity if you know, you know. Oh, is it a bit crazy? Oh, it's climbing lovely. Look at the clouds. They look pretty nice. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. We're just cruising over. So I've got the appropriate window on there. We don't want to ice up the aircraft as we climb out. We can turn off the dome light probably. I don't think we need them on. We don't want to waste power unnecessarily. Loads of sun then. The time's not live. But in 2 hours, before 4 o'clock, so it'll be sunset hopefully. 2.5 hours by the time we're landing. Due to land at about 4:15, so in the sim time. So we will be landing just as it gets to sort of darkish, which is great fun. LXGB Gibraltar. Oh, wrong one. Airport. Get the chart for the airport. And the approach 27. A civil and a military. Ooh, what's the military one? What's the difference? Oh, it's a bit less steep, I think. They make like a turn at the last minute. Interesting. It's I'm not sure why they got two different ones, but that's cool. That's cool. So we arrive at PMOS. So PMOS do be. We have a look on the maps. Then we go off low. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Right. Zoom in down here. PMOS. Down here. Here's Gibraltar. Oh, not quite. That's Spain. Where's Gibraltar? There. In here. There's PMOS. Ugh. I'll get there eventually. Gibraltar, PMOS. There it is. So from PMOS we basically make a straight turn towards this 10 DME point. From there we fly 270 and we descend nicely to 1,520 feet. Very specific that. Oddly specific. But, that's pretty cool. Then we descend down to the Yankee. Radar fix. And make our way in. It's sort of from that point. It's a solid descent into the runway. I'm not sure, it doesn't actually say the degree of descent. 5 to me radar fix to map. 5 to me radar fix to. Oh, that's to the airport. So it's 2.8 degree descent rate. Okay, that's fine. Why are your plane going back? After American Flight Simulations afternoon Bucket. Yeah, Bucket. Well, hello. Nice to see you. How you doing? Has the Concorde ever landed in Gibraltar? I don't think so. I think just a little bit too short for its range. You know, it had not range. Sorry, its runway length requirements. You know, it can do a lot, but there are some runways that are just a little bit too small. I have to see though. It probably, if it can get into Innsbruck, which it can in the simulator, I don't think it ever went there in real life. So, you know, it's not. So I probably could have done, to be honest. Might have, could have done. In my opinion, would be yes, it can, but I don't know. Right, let me know if that's too loud. I turned down one. We only need it as background music. How do you get the Concord model matchmaking? Xplane 11. Sorry for being a while to reply to that. Model matchmaking Concord Xplane 11. There's a file. If you Google Concord model matchmaking for Vatsim Xplane 11, should come up, and you should put it in there, and it works. If you put that in, it should find it for you. I warn you, the only problem with them is the Concord model's a little bit further back, so if you're stand 419 and 421, the person on the stand, on the other stand, will look much further back and can sometimes block the taxiway. Their model matchmaking block the taxiway, so you just have to taxi through them. It can be a little bit odd sometimes. It really depends. Pretty sure BA isn't the military. No, we're not military, but I was just interested as to why there is a military one. So that's 1,700 meters, and Lowy, the Innsbruck runway, is 2,000 meters. So it's a little bit longer at Innsbruck. So I think that's probably why it can't land at Gibraltar. So look. Okay, yeah, well we might be able to get it there. Right. Runway length required, maximum load is 3,600 meters. I assume that's on takeoff. How much does it need for landing? Let me have a look here, let's have a look. Measure top size. 2,700 meters is the minimum. But I've seen people land it in Innsbruck, so it's a little bit unrealistic then, probably, if they're landing at Innsbruck. I think we could probably get it into Innsbruck, 2,700 meters is taking it easy, landing the plane. What do you think of the boom overture? Do you think we will ever see some commercial in real life again? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we did? I'm a little bit skeptical of this, because I never, they often promise us stuff like this, and it never quite gets off the ground, so I'd be interested if it does, in which case I'm happy to accept that I've been proven wrong. But the boom, it doesn't look very nice. It looks a bit too private. What I liked about Concord was it looked lovely firstly, but also it's 100 people, so it's a bit more commercial, whereas that I think has about 50 people on or something, so it's nowhere near the size of it. It's nowhere near the sort of bigger scale project as Concord was. So I'd be impressed if they do. It's a feat of engineering, especially at the time when we're now looking to be environmental in our aircraft and things, and we need them to be environmental. If you can get an aircraft to go supersonic and be environmental, that's impressive, and it would be great if they could. I hope they can. Not too sure, so I'll be watching their progress carefully. We're climbing pretty well, 335. It's a slow climb from 300 to flight level 390. It always is a slow climb. The aircraft can only get up to 39,500 feet on the autopilot. Of course, you could probably take it higher, but it wouldn't be practical too. And that's probably its maximum safe cruising altitude of 395. So 390 is pushing the limit of what it do. They often go up to 390 on this flight, so it's not bad thing to be doing that. And lovely as well. I probably jinxed it, but we're not getting much lag. I've said that now, I'll probably just immediately start getting lag. We're on Unicom, but what I'm going to have a look on is Simware, and I'm going to have a quick look. So what I want to know is if we do need to contact air traffic control at any point. Let's have a look at VATSpy, VATScope, any of the ones. Doesn't really matter. Alright. There we are. I can see our aircraft. And I can see we've got a Concorde just gone across behind us. Going into, do you reckon we can see it? He's going in, coming from Barbados, going into Heathrow. Behind us. Interesting. Amazing that we missed that. Anyway. Right there. Jersey Towers online. Oh no. Sorry about that, mate. I like the Jersey controllers are lovely, so I like flying with Jersey. So that's a shame. I've missed him. We'll have to catch him next time. There's some serious weather over Iceland up there. Fairly heavy weather over Heathrow, not too bad. Looking down into Gibraltar, then of course beautiful clear weather. There's people controlling Malaga but not controlling Gibraltar. It's rare for them to be controlling Gibraltar, so that's fine. Got to keep an eye on our distance from the Jones Aviation. I don't want to tip below 20 miles. That would not be good. You see the Jersey and Guernsey VORs, so of course they're on the island. There they are. Continue our climb. Fantastic. Right, well, it's climbing nicely, isn't it? I hope the music's not too loud. But I'd like to get back into Concorde again. Hey, Pillow, yeah, nice to see you, Bucket. How you doing? You had to change your account name. Has it gone wrong again? Xplane 12 looks mega. It really does look like a good simulator. If and when it gets released, and it's not too expensive, because you know they laminar researchers, much as I like them, they do sometimes whack up the price. So if it's not too expensive, definitely have a look at getting it. It could be great fun. I think the plane A330 is being released for it is not amazing quality. It looks like it's got a default FMC. That's if they're developing such an amazing game, I would like to see a better set out from the get-go. Not a problem. That's fine. The fact that aircraft can be converted across, that is properly cool. That takes a lot of tough coding. I only know basic stuff, but that's tough to be able to make it so that it's able to be copied across, because of course it means you have to operate on the same level. So FSX and P3D can do that kind of stuff. It's quite easy for companies to copy them across. Xplane 11 from FSX is a little bit more difficult, and then of course Microsoft Flight Sim, completely different. That's properly cool that they can copy the across, and it's even easier than they've just got to remake them. It'll literally be they work in Xplane 12 almost straight away, and that's special, because when you I assume they know that when you start the basic aircraft aren't very good, and so it'll be really necessary to have these amazing payware items and stuff that we have in the game as soon as possible. So that's really important that we get that. So I'm really pleased that they're thinking of that too, and working to do it. So I'm having a look, because I'm noticing our Mac numbers going up and up and up. We're going nice and quick here. 390. We might be going pretty quick when we get up there. So I'll leave it there. I love the BA livery with the red tips on the end of these what are they called? Pylons. That's a really nice touch there. They've always had it, and I think it's a really nice touch. Not sure if they have it in the 7.4s actually. I don't think they do in the 747s. Of course, they don't have the 747s anymore, so that's fine. I keep forgetting that the 747s don't exist anymore in the. Am I Vatsim ATC for the Middle East? I'm Vatsim ATC for the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on how you say it. So I'm Vatsim ATC for Princess Juliana, San Juan. Sadly not Barbados, it's just to the south of our region. But St. Bart's, Saba, all sort of cool Caribbean places. Yeah, I'm ATC for them, so maybe we should do an ATC stream soon, actually. We haven't done one in a long time. That might be good fun. It's been a while, and doing an ATC stream, that's something we should do. Let me have a think about that, actually. It's a pain to set up. That's the only reason I hesitate. It takes a lot to set up. It's cool. Logitech radio panel. I haven't got the webcam set up, although I have got a nice new webcam, so I probably should get that up at some point so you can have a look at it. But it's a really impressive radio panel. I'm really impressed by the quality. For the next stream, definitely I'll have it up and running. Really impressed by it. I really can't recommend it enough. It's really good because I can see the DME, the transponder code, the COM1, COM2, NAV1, NAV2, the ADF I've got on board, and what I do is I go into the FMC and I can program them, and then they will be there, displayed on the radio panel. It's a really impressive system, you know. Really impressed by it. So keep up the good work, Logitech. It's really good, and the support was super easy. Your call sign always has 655. Yeah. When I fly British Airways, I always go 455, and EasyJet I fly 35 Papa Kilo. So Speedbird 655, RJ 655. Yeah. Nice. It's always good to have a call sign, you know, because you can't trip yourself up. You know, you accidentally say EasyJet rather than Easy or rather than Speedbird, or you say the wrong numbers. That's even worse because that really confuses the controllers. So yeah, no, well, that's cool. Definitely worth doing. We're barely climbing. We're teetering up to our flight level. Should we see if our arrival time's changed? It sometimes can get pushed back a little bit as time goes by. No, it's actually getting slightly closer. How cool. So we're south of Jersey then now. So we're doing pretty well, actually. Right over the Bay of Biscay in a bit. Once we enter that top north of Portugal, sort of northern Spain, we've got literally tracking straight down. Go literally across the Malaga VOR, and then to Pimos. So unlike when we fly into Faro, we get across into Portuguese airspace and then begin our stuff. We're in the Spanish airspace from that start, set go. So we need to make sure we don't forget. I often forget. Leave it a bit too late. The land's down there though. Nice. Alderney and Guernsey, I think we've already passed. We're doing Mach 0.794. I think we might do Mach 0.8 at this rate. At 390 we might be able to go that fast. It's just getting faster and faster as we climb a little bit. You're flying from Malta, starting force me change my flight plan to go through Iraq. Apparently a kid from Leeds was getting trained by Aussie then. So as he went through Iraq, he was getting trained with the Vatsim in the Middle Eastern sector. Interesting. Never. Aviation lover, hello. How you doing? When do the wheels be coming out? Well, not during flight. That was it wasn't a mistake. I'm just gonna clear this up. Putting the gear down mid-flight on that stream, that was not in the Concorde. That was not a mistake. What happened is, as I stood up to relieve myself duty to go get the traditional pillar pilot snack, I hit the gear lever on the way up, and so, as Generation has, screenshotted. It is now, yes, quite an amusing random sight. I immediately put them back up, but of course, I had been away for about 10 minutes with the gear down. Luckily it didn't crash. We just were losing height rapidly. And when I came back from cruising at 59,000 feet, we were down to, I think it was 45 or something, and we were slow. So, I still had some time left on the afterburners. We'd only used about 2 minutes of it. So I know, about 10 minutes of it maybe at that point? No, it would be less than that. It's about 6 minutes maybe. I'll have to find out on the stream. So, we plenty of fuel looking at it on our arrival. Calculations-wise, we were well good fuel. So, afterburners on, soared up to back out to altitude. So it was all fine. But it was not a mistake. I did not do it. Well, it was an accident. It wasn't like a hit the gear. Don't know. It wasn't me being stupid, if that makes sense. It was, I was streaming caused the issue. He had to make some bread and accidentally dropped the gear. Maybe a slower fine. How about you? Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm back in my Airbus aircraft, and so I'm happy. I like being in the Airbus. In my opinion, it's much nicer. Concorde and the Airbuses, and the BA-1. There's a lot of nice planes, but I like being in the Airbus. It's nice and easy plane, isn't it? You don't have to think too much, unless you've never flown it before. In which case you do. Oh, sorry, I have not Mosh in relations. Let me have a look for you. Sorry, I didn't realise you had one. Didn't realise you had a channel. Oh god, my spelling's awful. Here you are, I got you there. Oh wow, 262 subscribers, nice work. You'll be doing an in-flight, will one be doing an in-flight Discord? No, not today, I don't think. I haven't got the energy to face the hounds. Yeah. It's nice to, it's too late, I'm not. Scary. Discord. There you go, Mac 0.8, nice. Boom. You check your channel via the chat. Oh yeah. There we go, that makes sense. Well, oh, as a streamer, ah, nice. Well, good luck. Keep your progression. Coming up to 390. Come on, a little bit further. We're almost there. We're almost there. This could be scary, yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's a scary place, scary world, scary place. Oh, it's sort of leveling off now. We're not quite reaching 390, which is if they're ATC online, they'd probably be barking at us to make that final bit of climb. Because of course, if you don't make the final bit of climb, what happens is you sort of get in the way of other traffic potentially. There could be a conflict issue and all sorts of scary stuff. So we will make sure we climb. It's on its way up. It's doing 100 feet per minute, and there's 200 feet to go. So hopefully we'll get there in a minute. I don't think it's less than that. So I'm just really barely climbing. Sorry, bear with me. Yeah. Actually, in that Concord tutorial, she's saying you find helpful. I think I forgot to start on the engine or something. I don't know. No, what did I do? I think I flicked the wrong switch or something and had to cover it up. It's because you're recording it all in one go, you kind of can't make any mistakes. Quite often in stream, I make quite a lot of mistakes. Yeah. Just for anyone who plans to do long hauls on YouTube, don't do too much if it isn't good for your health. You know this from experience. Unless it's in Concord. Well, exactly. We blast across in Concord. That's about the longest I'll do. I'll do about 4 hours of streaming. Anything more than that, and I think it's a bit too dull for me. I'm, you know, as James and Shaw and Casey will tell you, I often go grab a snack, just take a break from it. We're making pretty good progress, though. As we have a look at the Abbey tab, I think we're pretty much, yeah, we're entering going across the Bay of Biscay. So we're like, what? I'd say we're like just under a third, maybe like a quarter, or like 2/5. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. It's actually not bad. Would any of you out there recommend the SSG 747? I've been having a look at it. I actually bought the C-17 instead. I thought that was a fun aircraft to have. Oh, what do you know? London controls come online. As we've left. That's always the way it is. That's fine. Anyway, would any of you actually recommend it? I was having a look and I can't decide whether or not it's worth it. You know. I think it's interesting, but yeah. Oh God, are we above him? No. No, look, he's just still 20 miles away. That's good. Where are we actually? Your longest flight in 2021 was Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike to Whitepad. Where's that? Sorry, I'm not very good. I know most of them in Europe. I don't know some of them. Where was what's the names of those two places? A long way. By the 747-200. I don't know though. I'd like to have a big aircraft that's, you know, FMC wise. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not really interested in the 747-200. That's the only thing. But if it has bad texture, it's interesting. On all the stuff I've watched, it doesn't seem to. I'll do a bit more research. Thank you there for that. Istanbul to Adelaide. Wow. That's a long way. That certainly is a long way. Little creeping air, we're pretty much level. What's our engine thrust at? 83%, that's fine, that'll back off just a little bit as we level off. Cruise wise, 2.6 tons of fuel burned. 16 hours. Wow. Your longest flight was from Doha to Cairo. That's Doha. That's pretty far. My longest flight I did off stream. I did not stream this one. I went from San Francisco to Copenhagen in Denmark. It took about 10 hours or so, 11 hours in the Airbus A340, Scandinavian Airlines. That was good fun. Saw the Northern Lights, went across, took off in the dark, saw the sunrise. The whole daytime, saw the sunset, and landed in the night again at pretty much the same time as I departed. It's quite cool, that. 5 hours. Yeah. Well, and when I say I did this long flight, you know, when I said I did the long flight, I wasn't really there for most of it, you know. I was on Vatsim, but it was all Unicom, because I went up over Greenland, so not much ATC up there. And it was very early in the morning here, about 10 o'clock or so, so it was very, very early for the local controllers and things, so we didn't have any sense controllers or anything, so it's not a problem. It just means, you know, there was no one to talk to, so I sort of mooched around instead. So I wasn't sat there for 10 hours. I did disappear for most of that. That was good fun. It's good fun doing that kind of stuff. Concord is going to be so helpful. Yes, you have to tame the beast first though, and then it's helpful. Once tamed, I couldn't agree more, it is the most helpful aircraft you'll use. So, touchdown wise, we're due to land in 13 minutes to 3 o'clock. 3, 4, 5, 8, hour and 45 minutes, I think. That's always a bit optimistic. That's assuming you fly at the current speed. You'll land there. Of course, we slow down and stuff like that. So, it might be a little bit more than that. So, that's looking on the bright side, but I imagine it could be a little bit longer than that. That's no problem though, but yeah, so that's fine. I'd be impressed if we land at 9:30 though. That I was expecting about 10 o'clock Zulu, 10 Zulu to land. Well, let's have a look at the METAR for Gibraltar and see if we're still landing this runway. If not, we'll change our entire flight. So the winds at Gibraltar currently 270 at 10. Ooh. Oh no, so that means we are landing this runway. Sorry. 270 at 10. Well, you shove it in for now. Let's see, we'll just keep updating ourselves as we go through. So 1023 at temperature of 15. 270 at 10. That's fine. I thought it was 090. I made a mistake there. So you're gonna make a flight from Doha to Warsaw to Doha to Seoul. Ah, very nice. MDA for today is 920, so that's high. So it goes in bar, and that means we do need to confirm visual much earlier than we normally would. So, funny enough, arrival runway 27, insert. So it's just got CF there. Let's have a look on the plan at what it's looking at. So we can clear the discontinuity because that should be. Wow, CF is right there. Look. Yeesh. Okay, so from PMOS we make that turn to Charlie Foxtrot, which I assume is Yankee. Point Yankee. Does that? Can I type that in from PMOS? See if I can. Yankee. I don't think I can. It's worth a punt at it. No, I don't think so. Okay, right. So we just got to then fly it. Then so look, from PMOS. Direct 270, so from the runway, what we're going to do, we're going to take the runway position. Normally you can go on fix info, reference fix, Charlie Foxtrot. That's the one, Charlie Foxtrot. Radial, I want 270 degrees from it. I don't want a radius from 270. I want the radius to be pointed out at 10 nautical miles. So a radius 10 degrees, no? 270. It's got 2 of them now then. Radius of 10 nautical miles. Interesting, maybe I chose the wrong one there, it wasn't showing up on there. Look, it's not actually showing up, so I've just drawn a fix around a random waypoint. Oh well. That's better. Right. From Gibraltar. 10 miles. So we've got a 10-mile range circle there. Which we can see nicely. You urinated on your PC. I don't advise that. I don't condone that. Anyway, so you see 10-mile DME. Radius, sorry. Get rid of that radial. We don't need that. Clear that off. So you've got the 10 one. Beam. 88 degrees, is that what the heading of the runway is? 89 I had. What's it doing there? Alright. Don't know what I tried to do there. Oops. Right, we'll go fix info. So we've got the nice 10. So yeah, Charlie Foxtrot's got its sort of its radials around it. Let's change the reference to Charlie Foxtrot. That's the one. Charlie Foxtrot got this stuff drawn around, so no, we want LXGB. Draw a nice 10 diameter radial. So if it's 270 degrees, we want 0 degrees. We want an extended centre line off the runway. We know 089 is the actual extended centre line, so put 089 in. And we've got a nice extended centre line off the runway there. We have a 10-mile radius to tell us at that 10-mile radius point what we're doing. Go back to flight plan. What we then have to do is go on a different one, so PMOS. Click fix info. LXGB. Radial wise, I've clicked off that. Radial wise, we don't need another radial. We've got the approaching one. So from so radar fix is that Yankee. Yankee's just 3 miles away from the airport. That's what Yankee is. The distance between Charlie Foxtrot and the airport is 5 miles. It's that 5 DME point. So at Charlie Foxtrot, 5 miles away. So at 5 miles we need to be 1520. That's better. Yes, at that. And then from that point into the airport, it's then a descent of what did it say here? It says descent of 2.8 degrees. So I've actually got that behind the chat there, but it's 2.8 degrees descent from there on. Right. In the radar then. 113.6 is the VOR. For Gibraltar. We don't necessarily need that. That's in case of a go around. We scroll down. LXGB in case of the go around procedures. What are the go around procedures? LEMG. Okay. In case of a go around from Gibraltar, we just turn left 180 degrees south. Overfly of the rock is prohibited, so we cannot overfly that rock under any circumstances. That's fine, I wasn't planning on. Left 180 degrees, and that takes us nicely out of the way. Fantastic. We've got our information. You doing your homework, totally forgot. Hello again. Well, hello, nice to see you. Sorry about that long intro. It's a pillar pilot habit we like to on this channel have a long, fairly long, swooping intro. So from PMOS we can go Charlie Foxtrot, will be slightly off the centre line, but then by the time you get to Charlie Foxtrot then it's perfectly in line, so that's fine. I'm happy to go from PMOS to Charlie Foxtrot and still be confirmed on the approach. Just check where Jones Aviation is on TCAS, make sure we haven't hit him. No, he's good distance away from us. There is a backtrack at this airport, so when we start slowing down, we'll just slow down a little bit earlier, so then crash into each other. 620 miles to go, we're making some time. Oh, it's you co-pilot, by the way. Oh, well, hello then. I hadn't quite realised that, so nice to see you. Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Right, 617 knots, so 11, so we're making a couple of minutes up slowly as we go along. So that is good, right. I've got to take my hat off because I'm wearing it for the track IR, so I'm going to take that off and just have a 5-minute break and get some food and stuff. You guys keep an eye on the aircraft, yeah? Pop them up a bit. I'll, as the label says, back in maybe 20 minutes or so. But, no, 10 minutes, so I'll catch you all then. See you in a minute. Bye. Sorry about that, I had to go get some food. I hope we're all good. I have returned. How long was I gone for? 10 minutes and 7 seconds, that's not bad. I've got a cup of tea, some biscuits, we're all good to go. Streaming on a Monday? Certainly am. I am on half term, so. Sadly, I do have some bad news though. The streaming roster will be quite quiet for about the next week and a half, as I am going on holiday. So will sadly not be available for calls and stuff. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But if you follow the Instagram, I'll put pictures up of the flight out. I'm taking 4 flights, because of course we've got a connection. So I'll put pictures up on the Instagram, so do go ahead and follow that, please. And I meant to mention I'm here having tea in a Pillow Pilot mug. If you too would like to get your hands on some fantastic merchandise, then head over to the Pillow Pilot store through the links in the description to get some beautiful merchandise too. Let's check on Jones Aviation. just dropped out of the sky. Someone going the other way below us. And he's steadily ahead of us. Good work. Interesting, it says he's only 4,000 feet below us. I'm making 350. Actually, no, that's fine. Sorry. Working it out. Plane about to go underneath us. Going to Delog 2. Cool. Should we have a look for that plane going underneath us? Any minute, we should be under here somewhere. We might well be in the clouds. Yeah, can't see him, not a problem. Or across the Bay of Biscay. We're well over halfway. It's a lovely plane, this aircraft, in my opinion. It's Neo, but also in the BA livery. It just looks lovely. Right, I'm going to drink my tea. If you have any questions, do go ahead and say in the chat. I am still here. So, yeah. But, I'm here. And my cup of tea is too. Now, if any of you do know, please do let me know, but what is exactly a SATCOM? SATCOM antenna, the big lump on the back of the plane. We chose to put it on earlier. But if I'm perfectly honest with you guys, I don't actually know what it is. I'm going to have a look at... I'm going to do a little bit of Googling now. Let's have a look. It's to do with communication. If I don't make a better landing, you will. Well, the thing is, I know I always say this, but going into Gibraltar especially, the shortness of the runway means it's not so much about making a butter, but getting it down. I'm having a look at the minimum landing distance for the Airbus A321. If it's empty, uh-oh. So, the minimum for an Airbus A321 Neo is officially 1,700 meters. Most airlines prefer 2,200 meters. You do get A321 NEOs going into Gibraltar, so it should be fine with that. The British Airways wants to, so you can land there. But it is 1,700, so we definitely be using a medium ultra brake for this one. It's quite a lot bigger, even than just an A319 that normally land there. An A320, it is quite a lot bigger, so we'll definitely make sure that. Definitely make sure we get it down and try and stop nicely. You're talking to the guy who got 60 feet per minute in the Concorde there and stopped. Well, Generation stopped and got 60 feet. I don't know how you do it, but I'm telling you, the Concorde minimum landing distance that it needs is 2,500 meters and 3,000 in often most cases. So, unless you were like empty weight, maybe you could get in there, but still, I don't know how you do it, because it shouldn't be possible. Ha! I put my tea next to my water, and there's condensation. That's a good go. I mean, I'm always. You gotta tell me though, because I don't know how you do it. What's the magic trick? Well, we're cruising now. We're over Portugal. Sorry, Spain, northern Spain. So Bilbao. You look on Navigator. Bilbao is literally beneath us, pretty much in a minute. Where's Bilbao? I like departing from Bilbao. I haven't done it on the channel, but I do like flying from there. Leon, there's Bilbao. So we just sort of gone to the flight to the side of it, making our way down south. Physics exists. Pretend I didn't hear that. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We have top of the descent marker coming into view. So I'll be at Krista at 3:37. Or is it 3:37 currently? Is that what it's telling me? No, be at Krista. We'll be at Krista in 30 minutes. And then, just after that, we'll be taking our way down. Nick Harris, hello. I'm guessing that's Squishy. How you doing? Nice to see you again. It's been a while. Oh, and Unicom. Sadly, no controllers. That's real boo-hoo. These shadows. Those are shadow mod. I'm gonna get one because it's starting to annoy me just a little bit. 7.0.795. That's pretty good work. Anyway, Nick Harris, how you doing? I haven't spoken to you in a while. I'm making good time. We've got 42 knot crosswind, but crucially from the tail, so we're getting a bit of a boost. You're good. Cool. So I'm moving the flight displays over to the left-hand side so you can see the wing. How you doing? Yeah, well, we're nice. I'm very happy. We're in a British Airways Airbus A321 NEO, cruising over northern Spain, going to Gibraltar. So I'm doing very well. How about you? Now, quick pick up the FMC and have a look at this one. Right, let's have a look. So, from Krista, I've got a lot of waypoints actually from Krista. Because then PMOS 53 to be at Charlie Foxtrot 1,520 feet. That's perfect. And then at Charlie Foxtrot to Gibraltar, it's at the perfect 5 mile point. At the 5 mile point, if we have a look on every tab. I'll show you at the 5 mile point. What happens is from there 5 miles we descend at 2.8 degrees straight into the airport. Given the cloud cover and everything, we should have pretty good visibility. so minimums hopefully should not be a problem. Landing 27 then, we're going to go right down. Due to the length of the runway, if we can, we'll turn around on the runway. It depends on how quickly we stop. I assume we'll stop a little bit earlier than the very end. Given the size A321 NEO, pretty much with the maximum you can get in there. So we won't. So we'll probably go to the end and spin it around. Emergency. That's cool. It is an RNAV approach. This one, wind effects. Ooh, let's have a look at this. Pretty cool. Where's the wind from then? The winds are 28011. Okay, so they've updated a little bit, but anyway, that means it's coming towards the airport. 280, that's 27. 280 is sort of up there. So it hasn't actually got an image of that, but you see we got quite a lot of downdraft and updraft just before the runway there. That's not good. Might get a little bit of a updraft just as we come into land. Not preferable, not preferable indeed. Cool. Diversion wise, our alternate for today, I've got to have a look. I've forgotten what it was. Where was our diversion point? Yeah, it was Malaga. We're going to go to Malaga if we get this wrong. Where there's ATC. In case we go around. We're unable to reach our secondary flight plan, which I did not fill in. So let's have a look at this. In it. Oh god. We're going from, in case we go around, it'll be LXGB2. Cruise altitude. About 5,000. 7,000. It's not going to be that high. We'll put 64 in cost index. We've got plenty. Anyway, secondary flight plan. From LXGB. Departure wise, we'll be going from 27 of course because they go around. It'll take us left and out round. We'll then head across to PMOS. Then from PMOS, we'll then go to this waypoint, which is MGA28. To Etrov. From Etrov. Sorry, I missed that. Just posted a picture of my flight on Cadet's group chat. I'm getting your Etic pilotage. Okay. Good for you. And runways wise, we're expecting to land. Going up, so I'll be go down. 3-1 Zulu. No start. Cool. So secondary flight plans, all nice and ready. Just check the init again. That's all good. Performance-wise, shouldn't really be a go around if it does happen. Again. Anyway, our arrival page. Then we need to do a quick update. Weather's changed slightly over in Gibraltar. So we now got 28011. The wind's changed a little bit. QNH is now 1024, so it's gone up. Temperature's 15, same as before, and that's tonight, of course, same as before. Perfect. All the clouds have gone. Look, we're over a bit ocean here. Not ocean, sorry. Bit of a basically ocean. Yeah, open land in the middle of nowhere. Very flat land, this one actually. This part of Spain is quite flat. We got we got quite a fair bit of angle of attack on the nose. It's very high detailed, the Toliss, I do always love it. Anyway, quite a fair high bit of angle of attack. Didn't mean to click that. Which when I flew the Jar Designs Airbus A320 earlier today, it was not that much of an angle attack, rather than 2.5, it was completely level, so it's funny that we have that in the Airbus A321. Obviously that fair bit heavier. For example, you often get it when you go on a real flight, you'll notice that there's an angle of attack during the cruise, but so it's probably more rare to not have an angle of attack, but still, I was surprised, to say the least, when there wasn't, but you do notice it now there is. Of course, if you go into the cabin, definitely that uphill slope, you walking up to the loo or whatever, you notice the uphill rise. Definitely would notice that. You got sidetrack paying Pokemon. You still waiting in the terminal? Or are you on the flight now and annoying the pilots by going on your phone? Do you know the reason they ask you not to go on your phone and use electronic devices connected to the internet is because what it does, it causes a buzzing in the headset apparently. Sort of sounds like, interference. It goes up, sort of really annoying, like crackling sound. That's why they ask you not to use your phones. It won't cause the plane to crash or anything, it just causes in the headset, listening to the radio or whatever, you get a really annoying crackling sound. Apparently. According to a pilot, that's what it does. Well, you missed, you fell asleep extremely tired. Well, no worries, you're sort of getting here for the exciting part, actually. If you can just stay awake for a little bit longer, where you've missed all the boring cruise down across Bay of Biscay and everything. We're in northern Spain, making our way down. You can just about see the coast. I think that's the coast. So the mountains, that might not be the coast, actually. But it's pretty much the coast. So you're here for the exciting part, don't worry. We're going to begin descending soon and make our way in. Just got to watch out for James Aviation, I don't want to hit him. Jet-propelled llamas, hello. How are you doing? Please, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you very much to everyone who has so far. Now we'll close down the weather, we don't need that. We're on the Unicom sadly for this flight, but that's made up by the fact that we're landing at Gibraltar. It'd be nice to have some shores. There was a Gibraltar event to cover a while ago. I was just doing my normal shuttle flight from our area to Gibraltar, very short, in a BA146. Suddenly there was a full event on, there was nowhere to park. That was a bit of a shock to the system. I was not expecting that, I can tell you. You good? Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Yeah, couldn't be cross looking at such a nice plane. We're right up at the limit here for what it'll do, 390. It's as high as these planes will go, pretty much. You can go a bit higher in the A350 than the A380. But that's about it. Sort of top of the commercial world, pretty much. I was trying out the space shuttle missions earlier today in Xplane, and they are great fun. If you've got some spare time on your hands and you don't know what you're doing, definitely try out the Xplane 11 space shuttle missions. They're quite good fun. It's a bizarre plane, and that's why it's great fun. You sent it into low Earth orbit, oh goodness me. Well, I was just thinking there was actually, I might, once the stream finishes, I might see how high I can take the 321 for fun. Pressurization wise, it's not really a problem. The only problem is when you get higher, of course, there's less air over the wings. As you get less air over the wings, you'll notice on our speedo here, on the top left, if you have a look at it, drag it up so you can see and make it big. What you can see is that we're 240, but you see the sort of edge of the stool and sort of speed warnings just there, and that's because there's less air particles the higher you go. So funny enough, less air means less airspeed. So you were still, we're going, what are we doing? We're doing 480 miles per hour ground speed, Mach 0.793, so we're blasting along. But because of that low airspeed, we've got a bit of a higher angle of attack. If we went any higher, which is why these aircraft are limited to go any higher normally, you could potentially start to lose control of the aircraft. So what I might do is, when we're done, teeter it up, autopilot 390, and then take manual control and take it higher. Because what will eventually happen is you won't be able to go any higher because you physically won't be able to pull back any more on the stick. You'll be at the lock of the full back on the stick, and you won't be able to go any higher because the aircraft won't let you, the fly-by-wire system controls won't let you pull the nose up too much, and that'll be it. Have to drop it. But I'd be interested to know what altitude that is at, and if it's simulated by Toliss, because it'd be an interesting thing for them to have simulated. It's probably quite difficult, but nice if they have. We've burned a little bit more fuel than we were hoping to. 3.2 tons. Drone's taking the lead. Yeah, he is. Normally in my head says nice not to be, actually. Might do it this way around. Normally. Where is he? Can we see him? He's still like a good 20 miles plus behind us. Separation, I think, on the chart says you need to be a good 20 miles. So I think we're pretty perfect. But I'll have a quick look. I've got a minute or so. Turn off FAC 1. Where's the separation? In this baby bus, yeah. The 319. Tiny little dude. So 4,000 is the go-around altitude. If you cannot confirm visual with the rock, at least, within 2.5, so outside of 2.5 miles, climb to 4,000, turn left. When rock or runway is in sight, continue with the visual approach for us. Aircraft using 2 nav aids, TACAN and INS, need to overfly the facility and are authorised to begin the outbound turn. Okay, that's fine, we don't need to do that. Prior to commencement of the RNP approach, operators are required to provide evidence to the Gibraltar director. Okay. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. Don't mock the A319. Apparently that's how they refer to it. Yeah, he's right. That is how they refer to this aircraft, or that aircraft. Not mine. No, not mine. It doesn't say required separation. We just got to be. Yeah, they'll bring out the A220. I hope they'll bring out an A320. Yes, we've got the Flight Factor A320 Ultimate, but it's very much overpriced, and the A320 is the most common one, and so I don't know. The A220, that'd be great fun. Right, so 40 area, 600 meters and 2,000. Okay. Turbulent approach. Okay, so look at the visual approach chart. Well, we'll have a look at the visual approach in case we get a turbulence approach. So civil aircraft, military aircraft. I don't know why they come in from slightly further south. I honestly don't know what's the point. I don't know. Maybe it's safe. I don't pretend to know. I do not need to know. So it's all about that overflight of the rock is prohibited. So if you overfly that rock, it's 1,000 feet high. You're getting some serious problems with your aircraft and with the safety and everything. Not another A220. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. You got the Jar Designs ones as well. Right, here are the rocks of, I believe, Malaga. You have the Flight Factor, never fly it. Oh, really? You never fly the Flight Factor A320? Wow. I've got the Jar Designs A320, and if it was the Flight Factor, I'd much prefer to be flying. I'd probably fly it almost more than the A321, because I like the A321, but the A320 can get anywhere, whereas this, it's a stretch to take it to somewhere like this, maybe, and stuff like that. Whereas you can properly take it anywhere. Right, let's have a look. Where were we heading? I spelled Gibraltar wrong, did I? Gibraltar, did I? Gibraltar. Gibral. Gibral. Tar. Rather than tur. Yeah. That's fine. Simple mistake. Right, we're going to be going right over Malaga, I think. Yeah. Which is controlled. Or was. Don't know if it still is. I assume it's not. The Jar Designs A320, I was flying it along today. It's not... The textures aren't great in the flight tech. But lots of stuff works. It's quite good fun. And it's an Airbus A320 that's cheap. That's, bonuses. Only problem I really have with it... Yeah, Gibraltar. That's alright. The only problem I properly have with it, my sort of beef, as it were, was that when you get up and you put climb power and you start climbing back above 1,000 feet, say, really annoying sort of ticking sound, and that's the engines, and the engine sounds are really not very nice. That's my real problem with it. It really does. The engines do not sound good. That really annoys me. So no, my little pet hate, but it's a bit odd, but it's, yeah, it's annoying. So we're due to land at 4:11. It's 3:30, so 30, 41, 6, 47 minutes. That's right. We're making pretty good progress. Let's have a look where Jones Aviation is. By the way, what I'm doing is switching the TCAS to below. We've got a big crosswind now, 88 knots crosswind. Look, we're really being blown across. Oh, I forgot to turn on the first officer's radio stack. Yeah, Gibraltar. I'll remember that for next time. I actually finished my cup of tea now. Casey, you weren't here for the traditional snack break. No snacks yet. That's what I mean. Yeah, no, so I already had one. So all good. I got a cup of tea and breadsticks. So good. The chocolate bars? No, no chocolate bars today. Hey, controller! 13525. I will use a nice new radio panel. Decimal 25 tuning in. His frequency was 135250. I've gone to the wrong frequency.
From Romeo 40.
Oh, and it's busy. Huh.
Plus 733 Foxtrot 0 control west identified. Hello.
Hello. That's not us.
You're West Ryanair 899 Victor my level.
Oh my god, it's busy.
50327 coming 390.
Ryanair 899 Victor, good evening. You're control west
Control West.
identified. Just walk 0601 please. 0601 on the squawk Ryanair 899 Victor.
Good evening, speedbird 59 with you, flight level 350.
59, Euro control west identified. Good evening. Proceed direct to Valencia.
Sierra Uniform Romeo 4434.
Sierra Uniform Romeo 4434. Very good evening, sir. Squawk 1000.
Oh, we're joined by someone else behind us. He's caught up behind us. He's gone from Lima Echo Bravo Bravo, and he's going to Gibralter too. He's in Airbus A321 Neo 2. Sierra Uniform Romeo. Is it expensive to radio panel? £90, I think. It's not too bad.
Heading Galto.
Romeo 126, sorry for the contact me. You're currently out of my airspace. You can continue in com 1 to the Smollett another station. Calling for identification, please again.
Spaniard 999 good evening.
Spaniard 99923, Euro control west, squawk 0602, please.
Squawk 0602. Spaniard 999
Speedbird 59 just confirmed directive Victor Lima Charlie. Speedbird 59 from direct Victor Lima Charlie.
Euro West, Ryanair 19 Sierra, level 350 inbound Mamis.
190, very good evening, Euro control west, you're identified.
Euro Control West, speedbird 455 with your level flight level 390.
Speedbird 455, Euro control west, identified.
Euro Control West.
Good, the winds are unchanged currently.
Euro control west, good evening, France Soleil 8439, level 360, inbound Messin. 34839.
Euro Control West like covers everything. So he covers Portugal, Spain, Gibraltar, Northern Spain, Bilbao, Palma de Mallorca, right up to Sicily. He goes round Sicily. If you're in Nice, he can control you. If you're in Jersey, he controls you. If you're in Paris, he now controls you. If you're in Rain, he controls you. He literally controls everything. It's amazing. You're very close to Madrid. Yes, we are. Very close. Pretty much going over, aren't we?
Control West, good evening, Mauritius 530. Ryanair 19 Sierra, ready for descent.
7 Delta Papa Squawk 0604, please.
0604, Delta Papa.
Yes, calling for descent again.
Christian 494, current flight 370.
33 Fox 3 questioning descent. Speedbird 494, squawk 06.
Oh, I've gone out the flight deck here. Oops.
Stand by 1 second.
It looks lovely looking in.
Descent to flash level 240.
See the iPad clip there? That's very well detailed.
Speedbird 494, squawk 0605, please.
0605, have you got PDC available?
Fortunately, no CPTLC will not be available tonight.
That's a problem.
Matter 19 Sierra, ready for descent.
Control A292, middle for
9 November Golf, very good evening, Euro Control West, you're identified.
Euro Control, good evening, Lufthansa 2 Papa Mike, flight level 30 to Anita.
Lufthansa 2 Papa Mike, goedenavond, Euro Control West, squawk 1000 please.
Right, sorry. I was having a look at views there. Descent in 80 miles. So, before descent, we need to make sure two gas is set to below. It now is. TARA on the squawk. We need to make sure we've got our arrival information inputted. That which we have. The rad nav is inputted and ready. 133.6. Happy with that. Therefore, the aircraft is ready for descent.
Calling for descent, say again please. Ryanair 19 Sierra for descent.
It's constant stepping over each other.
Ryanair 497 standby, break, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Mike, squawk 1000.
Guten
899 Victoria Number Station, come on to this place, bye bye.
Oh, really? Guten Abend is German. Did you say he said Guten Abend?
Easy 12
Dutch.
November, inbound to Charlie Lima Sierra, flight level 270.
I hope it's not as loud for you as it is for me. It is very loud.
0606, easy 12 November.
People have some really bad mics. And, you know, it's difficult to get nice mics for instance. It's fine. I didn't use Togo one, but I don't know if that's a VPAG thing. I'll have to have a look at the settings and pull through because it's hurts slightly some of their microphones.
Aviaco 220, flight level 230, inbound disco with you. Aviaco 220, Euro Control West, squawk 0607,
coming up on Krista.
proceed direct waypoint descent.
Of course, generation will be descending slightly later than us because it's lower, so you know we get down later than us. We've got traffic behind us also going. Guten Abend is German indeed, yeah.
Euro Control West, good evening. Aviaco 220, flight level 236.
We're getting lighter.
Inbound disco with you.
I think our arrival time's getting closer.
Very
Yeah.
good evening, Euro
Not too bad, we made up 5 minutes during that flight.
0607,
I was planning to
proceed
arrive at
direct
4 o'clock in the local time in the simulator, so to be arriving at 11 past is alright. Hopefully we'll make some time up in the descent.
One to one, very bad, sorry. By text, please. Air 7 Delta Papa, contact London South on 129.42, bye-bye.
You speak Dutch? Ah, lovely. It's a good language. Very similar to German, I think. I'm studying German, so I should know a bit of it. What a lovely plane.
Trans 204 Papa, contact Rhine North Control on 136.47, bye bye.
Holding 390.
136.47. 733 Foxtrot for further descent Unicom, 138, bye bye. For further descent Unicom, 138, thank you very much and have a nice evening, bye, Tanzania 33. Euro Control West, Aviaco 220, request flight level 290. level 290,
Let's change
we are
direction.
going to 0.
What shall we do?
France 401, I do not control below flight level 245. After you depart and climb out to flight level 245 or above, you can call me.
How long have we got to go to descent?
Town 77 Hotel, Euro Control West, good evening, you're identified, sir.
42 miles to the top of descent.
Euro Control, yeah, of Charlie, uniform, France 28 Charlie, uniform, squawk 0610. 610.
40 nautical miles, good.
West 37 Sierra Mike, Euro Control West identified. Nero 19 Sierra for the descent to Unicom 1 for decimal 8, bye-bye. Unicom 1 to 28, thanks, bye-bye. Nero 19 Sierra.
So I think it's initially 3,000 we'll dial in, and then 1,520 we're going to get in there, and we'll dial that in, and that should be perfect, I think. They get Alpha from the runway on the backtrack. That'll do us good. There's an aircraft behind us on the approaching behind us. So you don't want to get in his way too much.
Landing in London, bye-bye.
There you go, I can see him behind us on TCAS. We've got pretty good spacings between us all. Which is good. Good spacings. That's nice. I don't like it when we run into other planes. So we don't want to run into them, so that's good.
Kilo Bravo, Euro Control West, you're identified. Proceed direct
Yeah,
west,
Jones, yeah. Having a boom mic that we use for speaking now makes that much more clearer, but what it does mean is quite annoying when I'm leaning around to do stuff, because I move away from the microphone, of course. It's nice when we had the microphone on our head. That was not bad.
170 confirm, flight level 240. 170 climb, flight level 340. Your control France 28 Charlie, France 28 Charlie, uniform descent, flight level 240, report upon reaching.
Right, it must be getting close now.
Foxtrot Alpha Mike, descent, flight level 240. top to drop, requesting low altitude, please.
Pivot 232, say again, please.
Top to drop, requesting a low altitude, please.
Pivot 232, you can descend to flight level 240 and report upon reaching.
240 will report when we are level 3232.
Speed 455, requesting descent 10 miles.
455, when ready, descend to flight level 240 and report upon reaching.
Descent 240, report upon reaching, speed 455. Cool, and we'll begin to head down in a minute. So imagine we just got a slightly steeper descent than the other guys. Interesting, with CFM engines, they're very short. Yeah, we're looking at when I understand the IAE engines, much larger engines than them, but they are a lot more, it's a lot less efficient. Now, also, when you're using IAE engines, you have EPR. If any of you know in the chat why you have EPR and not N1, please do explain it to me. Seems much more logical to use N1. But yeah.
0137, Eurocontrol West, your identified, sir. Continue climb to flight level 370 and proceed direct waypoint Delta Victor Lima.
Here we go, come up to the set point.
0137, absolutely no
It's an
problem.
art
Proceed
timing
direct
this.
waypoint Delta Victor Lima.
Very difficult to do so. Ready, getting ready to click.
Wings 4, Charlie Bravo, confirm that was you calling for identification?
There. Ooh, a little bit too late.
Wings 4 Charlie Bravo, we are inbound to Mars, flight level 850.
Wings 4, Charlie Bravo, squawk
Low approach over runway
0612.
09. Ah, we're going into 27 though today. Yeah, the winds are not in our favour.
0612.
0612 descent, 4 Charlie Bravo.
To Papa Mike, leave him airspace, Montenegro 1 to decimal 8 and have a safe flight, boy.
They've gone back to 270 at 11. The winds. Temperatures
Charlie Unicorn,
dropped
thank you for the descent in Unicorn 1 to decimal 8, have a safe landing, boy.
1024 remains. Aircraft chasing the descent there. So we'll be heading just to the west of Malaga Airport as we land, which is nice because I still think there's a controller in there.
Unicorn 1 to decimal 8.
And you see that we can't hear Foxtrot Alpha Mike, and that is because he's too far away. So he could be, if we're going down here, he could be somewhere up in...
Unicorn 1 to decimal 8.
Unicorn 1, TS White now, she's having a day high.
He might be in northern Germany, and therefore we can't hear him, because he's so far away.
Eurocontrol West, Wilson 1058,
Too far away from the receiver.
Hazard
Happens
105,
a lot in the US,
flight
doesn't
level
happen often in
240.
the UK, and sorry, in European airspace, so it's interesting when it does, because you really don't expect it. You are like, what's going on? You know, he's not listening to the controller. Right, medium auto brake then. Medium auto brake's been set. Runway is a runway. Don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer to be landing runway 09, but sadly the winds say 27, and the winds are always right. We'll go for 27. Good. Nice lead coming down. Cool. See Jones Aviation ahead there. We'll be leveling at 240. Three 270 then.
Euro control west area code
or so.
0, we are ready for descent. Descending flight level 240, you area code 220.
Euro Center, Sweden 4434 ready for descent.
Station calling for descent, say again, course.
Sierra Uniform Romeo 4434.
Sierra Uniform Romeo 4434, descent flight level 240 and report upon reaching.
240 for the 4434.
We got 455 for the descent on Unicom 1, so it's my little bit.
Further descent on Unicom, 455. Bye bye. Ciao. Unicom. All the way down to 1,500 then. Land 09, no one's stopping you. Well, we're getting it 29, that's alright. It's quite good fun landing either way. Where are you guys going 09? I wonder how we get in, because of course it's coming from that direction, the approach. Are we going 09 then? Alright, Jones Aviation, you persuaded me. Are we going 09 then for our landing? We have a tailwind. What do you think, guys? Should we go 09? Let me know quickly, guys. 09 or 27, which one we going for? We've got 27 set up, but 09 is definitely more fun. Less of a straight approach, more twists and turns, and the weather's not too bad. We have 11 knots of tailwind. That's quite a lot. Be pretty good fun though. Alright, Jason, we'll go 09 then. We'll go 09, you clear off the runway. Don't get in the way. There's barely anyone here, I'm sure it'll be fine. Runway 09, no star. Fan, insert. PMOS. We go to RIP. Oh. Going 09 then. 09 to Ripra. From Ripra, basically a direct to Charlie Foxtrot. So descent rate gets reduced. And all I've got to do is just reschedule some stuff. So we're looking for the 6 miles from the radar fix point X-ray, which is Charlie Foxtrot. Just set up some stuff then, fix info. Charlie Foxtrot. Actually, none of them. Okay, it does obviously doesn't have Charlie Foxtrot. That's fine then. So we just got to be now. Same thing again. It's a 2.8 degree descent rate. Right, let's get the volume up for Xplane 11. Let's get the music off. Things are getting serious now. Making our landing and approach. So, 180, got a bit to go. But yeah, from PMOS we're going to go to Ripra. PMOS out here. Down to Ripra. Rounding in. Radnav wise, stay the same. 113.6. We've got the 090 going off that way. Radial wise. Radials I'm just going to set up a slightly other one as well. From XGB 089 I also want to have 269 as well, so I can see the sort of heading. What does the approach say to do then? I'll get rid of that approach. What does the approach say to do? So, and so X-ray. From the waypoint X-ray, we begin our turn onto the sort of point. Not really any direction or anything given, I don't think. Yeah, you hit Ripper. Charlie Foxtrot, there's sort of a very sharp turn, but I think we probably, it seems to suggest that you roll slightly early. I think Charlie Foxtrot is in line with the runway. It suggests you roll slightly earlier than that, because you're heading 360 from Ripper rather than slightly left. It's closer than Charlie Foxtrot suggests from Ripper. So, radial 360. Then not that. Okay, we don't necessarily need the fix info for Ripper, we don't need that. What we certainly do need is the 269 up the runway so we know where that is. Coming from 089, the other side, the 10-mile radius beam, that's quite important. It tells us exactly where we're going. We've got 74 miles of flight to go. Jones Aviation, where are you? Dropped off my TCAS. So I've dropped off the chat for a bit there whilst I set up the whole new approach. Let me hop back on. We're going 09. You land first. It'll look cool. Roger Dodger. That's what you're happy for. We'll land first. No ILS information. What we're going to do is start the APU as we get a little bit closer. because we need the AP running and the AP bleed on to divert the conditioning packs around the aircraft so that they're no longer being used by the engines to provide more thrust in case we go around, because of the short runway nature of it and the rock. They could get some turbulence on the go around, so we want bags of power to be able to properly blast away at high speed from the airport. Malaga down there to our left. You pretty much see it. It's in these rocks over here. There it is, buried in over there. That's Malaga, that's our diversion airport in case things go wrong. So the secondary flight plan still stands, which can be departing from the other runway this time, so that's fine. Good. Right, we'll get track IR on. Okay. We're about ready to go. I hope we're all ready. All ready? This is going to be good fun. I'm glad you persuaded me to go into this other runway. It's a nice late turn and stuff. It's much more fun. It'll look cool on the replays as well. Whereas that won't look quite as cool. He's entering the hold at PMOS. What's the hold altitude at PMOS? You're entering a right hold pattern at PMOS. What altitude are you at, James Aviation? Could you let me know? Because we're actually heading towards PMOS now. Train radar on so we can see the island. We're now visible on the map. They can see us. Jones Aviation, yeah, if you let us know, what's your altitude for that hold? Speedbird 232, you said you're holding at PMOS, sir. What altitude are you holding at?
Holding 5,000 feet, so you can set it down through 70.
Roger, sir. We're going from PMOS to capture the RNAV from 09er, Gibraltar traffic. Speed 455. There's the rock. So he's directly ahead of us, holding. Seeing if I can see like a landing light or something. Because as we go through PMOS, altitude at PMOS, we'll be going through at 100, so we won't be in his way. But going through at 100, it means we'll be right above him, so I just do need to confirm visual. Ooh, who's that down there?
Romeo 4434. I'm going to go just behind 0445. Do you mind if I exit and hold it just in front of you about 10 miles?
Yeah, no worries. I'll hold on PMOS if you'd like.
Yeah, what's that? We're going to run out of your way on landing.
Say again, Tony?
Run out of your way on landing, just letting you know.
Roger. Thank you.
Yeah. As I flew in on an event into Gibraltar once. It was absolutely packed with traffic. Holding at PMOS, people holding at RipRap, there were people holding everywhere. You could not get a clear air moment. The stands were so full, they were asking people to just disconnect as soon as they could get there. Because it was so full, you literally couldn't park anywhere. It was the most amazing thing ever. I was like, what's going on? So many people there. 45 miles to go. TCAS all set up. TCAS is in the normal position now, so we no longer need it. We can set it to below. See if we can see Jones Aviation. We've got someone behind us back there, going the other way, so that's not a problem. We'll set it to TCAS to normal then. We're coming down. The descent rate's being slowed as we go through PMOS, flight level 100. We want to be level at RIPRA. I assume that's 3,000.
Can you do exit and hold 10 miles from PMOS?
Charlie Foxtrot. We need to be a lot lower than that, mate. Charlie Foxtrot. Charlie Foxtrot. We should be at Charlie Foxtrot. We need to be like 300 feet. Something like that. We need to be a lot lower than that. Because at Ripper we're about 2,000.
Provider, do you mind recording your speed, please?
So 455, yeah. We're doing 260 knots, slowing 250 as we pass through 10,000.
We'll do 250 as well, let's do 250.
And Gibraltar traffic period 455, passing over PMOS going towards Ripra for the RNAV runway 09, and Gibraltar traffic speed 455. Okay. He's holding. Is he below us? I don't know. Right, we're through 10,000, so we get the lights on.
Spirit traffic, so I'll do a hold in Pimos and let you land first, and then I'll go third. This is 24434.
We've got 10 miles of separation, if that's okay.
Okay. Then I'll just stay tuned. All right, cheers.
Mate, we'll be about 7 to 10 miles away. We'll be running your way.
Landing.
I'll show you too.
So Ripra, so basically all we know is that there's a 6 mile point from Ripra. It needs to be 1,520 feet. So that's basically up to us. Yeah, manage this descent. We want to be 1,520 before Charlie Foxtrot. So it's just sending us to be at Charlie Foxtrot. We need to be before Charlie Foxtrot. About there. So that's the descent rate we need to hold. We got the rock off to our right. There she be. There's the airport. No traffic on the ground, so we've got clear and free skies. So we're going to burn a little bit more fuel because of this little try. So 7,000. Good. There's the 10 mile ball we're entering. 30 nautical miles to run. We're not going to Charlie Foxtrot. That's not correct. We're turning north 360 on reaching Ripra. So if I dial that in 360, I'm not touching anything, I'm just dialing in. That's what our turn's going to be as soon as we hit Ripra 360 and continue descent sort of visually. AP needs to go to start, turn on the wheel lights and the seatbelt signs. Whew. Okay, you can hear the APU booting up. Only because we're at idle power, that's why you can hear that. 6,500, okay, that's nice. That's good. Right, so all on TCAS is happy. Arm the spoilers, we're quite heavy, so the speed does carry a bit, so we need to watch out for this. 26 nautical miles. As soon as the APU says available, we're going to go APU bleed. I get these packs running off the APU, so then, yeah, there you go. Because now, we can turn off the Pro Heat as well, it's quite warm down here, we won't be needing that. Yeah, it's 12 degrees out there, we won't be needing that. Right. The spoilers are armed, ready for arrival. The flaps will start to go out. It's 23 nautical miles. We're going to start to slow up and begin deployment of flaps. I'm going to increase our descent rate just a little bit. I feel like we're a bit high. Slowing down 220. Deploying flap 1. Gibraltar traffic speed 455 beginning the RNAV runway 09. Slowing, okay, yeah, so we have to deploy a bit of spoilers in because we're a bit heavy. The speed really carries. We'll drop out the slats, that'll help us slow down the speed. Yep, overspeed warning, that's fine. Deploy the spoilers full, that should help. No, shut up. Bring in the spoilers then. Stop the overspeed warning. Full spoilers out. Check, and the QNH at the airport for today. Activate the approach speed. 1024. Flap 1. Good. Selecting 200 in there. So we've now got 18 nautical miles. So
220 knots.
we're getting flap 1, full spoilers, flap 1, 200 knots. Slow it down. Coming up to Ripra, we're going to turn right. Getting ready for that RNAV, we're going to be using track IR a lot to look out the window and manage that final turn when we hit that X-ray point. slowing down. 16 nautical miles now. Almost there. Coming up to Ripper. Gauge heading select mode. Right 360. I'm going to make it 345 because I think we might be turning a little bit early, so I'm just got to, because it's difficult to manage that turn, so let's just go this. 14 nautical miles. Slow to 180 knots. Keeping the spoilers at full. Drop flap 2. That'll help to kill off the speed. Bit quick. View availables all on. The cabin crew take the seats if they can.
2,500.
As I thought, we've turned a little bit early, so I'll just bring it to 336. Could be a little bit early on the turn. Looking for the map, I'm looking when we turn north.
2,000.
2,000, fine. Go right, 360. $10 miles. That's following the planned route. We're a little bit closer than that, so slow it down. 165. Gear down, flap 3. Spoilers armed, speed's low now. Okay. Nicely on. 6 miles, 1,520 feet. Dialing in 100. It's going to be a descent of 2.8 degrees when we hit that 5D midpoint. 9 miles, final speed flap full. Come left by 2 degrees. Descent rate, hectopascals, 2.8. There we go, selected. Feels steep, it's not that steep, should be perfect. APUs and everything's running. 5 miles, it's descending. I'm going to take manual control. Get rid of this FMC. We don't need that. Come left slightly. Getting ready to make that turn. It's going to be a bit tight because we're a little bit left of the official sort of line, so we're could be a bit of a tight turn.
100 above.
100 above minimums. I'm happy we're still safe on the approach. Pitch the nose up slightly, we're a little bit low.
Visual runway 09, Gibraltar.
Gibraltar traffic, speed 455, turning finals to land, runway 09. Gibraltar traffic, speed 455. Ready and rolling it right. Here we go. This is the difficult bit because the problem is now we're going to lose visual of the airport because of course actual runways and the windows in the way. Okay, quite a tight turn there, so we're losing a bit too much altitude, so pulling up a little bit more. There's the runway, so a little bit early on the turn. Relax the turn, we don't know we're going to roll out quite late here. This is, whoa, this is close. A little bit early, relaxing the turn a bit.
400.
Bit more right, and that's almost bang on the centre line. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Aircraft's ready to land. Pitch nose up a little bit, we're a bit low. Makes you realise how short the runway is here, doesn't it?
100.
50, 40, 30,
50,
20,
40, 30, 20.
10.
Retard.
Idle throttles.
10. 5.
Butter. Oh, that blooming bump. There's a bump on the scenery in the runway, so that's what's going on there. Full reverse thrust. Come on, we need to slow down. Oh, it's gonna be close. 60 knots. Reverse thrusters come in. De-arm the auto brake. We're slowing. We're down. Good work, people. Good work. Keep the auto brake on. Keep the manual brakes. Good work. Gibraltar traffic speed 455, backtracking runway 09, vacating the runway.
Absolute greaser, mate.
Thanks very much. Oh, a bit quick on that turn there. Bit of throttle, we want to get out Jones Aviation's way. We'll take this first taxiway off the right there, there's no need to wait. There he is coming around the island. Taxi up to that point. We can't actually vacate that one officially according to the charts, so we're bombing it along to that next one. Flaps up. And on the brakes, we're doing 40 down there. And speed at 455 clear of runway, taxiing to the stands. Good luck, guys.
Speedbird 232, really, on the base, turning final about 10 seconds, Gibraltar.
And we'll take this strand straight ahead of us, I think. The lights go off. Taxi lights certainly go off. Train radar, weather radar go off. Aim for the stand. Brake fan, ah yes, you're right, forgot about that one. Lob it on, we're a little bit hot on the brakes there. I had to really stamp on them a bit there. When the auto brake turned off at about 40 knots, I suddenly realised for the backtrack we were going a bit quick, so I had to really hit the brakes a bit there. And we'll stop. Parking brake set. APU's on, so we can set down the engines 1 and 2. TCAS off.
Building the rest of it where the runway was.
Always close. Before we cool up anything, which I'll quickly do, ground handling. Come on, come on, come on. Load, 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 load. I want to watch this guy land. Come on. Oh, it's taking its time. There we go. Right, where's Jones? Oh, there he is. Cool up these guys. Oh, he's floating. He's made it over the bump. Oh, I don't know if velocity's working properly, but that looked a little bit bumpy, mate. Good work, though. Well done. Get all these guys to drive up. Oh my god, what was that? What was that? Oh no, you just cut across the... Alright, we'll get the...
vacated on the taxiway.
Vans up. Do we need a bus? No, they can walk. I think there's a fence there, actually. Just check on the scenery. Max quality, yeah. There's a fence there, so that's all good. Open up the doors.
We may have to call it maintenance for that London.
And we'll get on the external power so the APU can be shut off. I wonder where it's going. Right, that is good. External power can go on. Nav lights and beacon lights go on. Seatbelt signs go off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gibraltar. Brake fans are on because it is hot on the brakes there. 500 degrees, yeah, very hot. Properly wedged on the brakes. That bump in the scenery is the problem, is because what it means is you land and you want to land just before that bump, so you either land after it and really hit the brakes, or you land before it and go bumping over it. So I'll have to see if I can buy some scenery for there's good scenery available, so I'll definitely see for the future if I can buy one. I assume that removes it at that point. But superb, everyone. Welcome to Gibraltar International Airport. Wasn't that fun? I'll let Jones Aviation park up, but that's it's that bump, isn't it? I know. I see what you were trying to do, Jones. You were trying to touch down after the bump, which was a good idea. I'd completely forgotten about the bump, so I just, assumed all was well, and so I just slammed on the brakes. Right, let's go say goodbye to the passengers. Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, and let's go have a look at our gear, because I think that could have been... That was a little bit bumpy. There you go, his engines have shut down. Go to large movements, that's a bit better. There we go, that's a bit better. We can move around a bit quicker there. Have a look at the nose gear. Make sure it's all intact before we run the replays. I say we already arrived. Literally just touched down, mate. We're about to watch the replays. Not bad, all looks good. The GPU's in place. Engines are looking good. The brakes are really hot, so we've got the brake fans on. Baggage being loaded. Go in the back there. Passengers all disembarked. Lovely. Thanks very much, James, for joining us. I do oh so love this plane. It's just good fun. I like looking at, from the door here into the cockpit. You can really get a good idea for what it looks like. We're 60 kilometers away from your house right now. Oh wow. Where do you live then? Should we have a look at the landing then? We'll disconnect. Fit 455 disconnecting. Good luck everyone. Bye bye. We'll disconnect and say goodbye. Actually, General Aviation has gone. I think he's probably assessing the damage to his aircraft. He swung it in. Oh no. Right. Let's that'll be a while. Let's drag it back. Right. Here's the approach. So let's go tower view and watch this beast approach. So put it in fast forward motion because it takes a while. Sorry for caps. Oh no worries. There you go, swing it in. You see that moment where we realised we turned a little bit too early. So all I did was leave it a little bit longer. But actually, look, no, caps is just better. You actually see we were lined up. At about what point were we lined up? About there, look. We made that final turn and we were perfectly online. Which is pretty where we should be. So that was nice. Actually ended up working well. Descent-wise, it was all visual at this point. But not too bad. I thought we were a little bit low here. I just pitched up a little bit, and then this is where we noticed the bump in the runway. But I thought, you know what, let's just put it down. The bump can deal with us after we get it down on the ground. And that was lovely. There goes the bump. That bump, that is absolutely superb. That is really, really random, because we made like a lovely, look at that, you know, like, oh, lovely landing, lovely. There's the bump, whoa! It stopped all the reverses activating as well. Which is the real danger of it, because it meant we're going much faster at this point though. Probably absolutely frightening from a passenger point of view. If you have a look, run back a bit. Passenger point of view. It's pretty cool passenger point of view. Look, you get the warship there. 2 warships actually. Buildings. I don't think the buildings are that big, are they? There's the bump, and there was the reverse thrust. The military stuff on the right hand, there's the road. Here's the military stands over on the right hand side, British military stuff. You see the brakes and everything working at high speed. That's why we had quite a high brake temperature. Should we have a look from out here? I quite like this view. I've suddenly become quite attached to it. You see now why we were a little bit late on that final turn. Levelled off nicely.
150.
Very
40,
low.
30,
Just have a look here, this point here. You know, you can see, look how low the wheels are. You literally, bam, and you're across the ground there. It's properly low. You know, you wouldn't want to, you can't be low, on the approach here. You get really low down over the runway.
40, 30, 20.
You just got to watch out there, because the aircraft program's in that waypoint CF. And that is not the right waypoint. That bump really caused us a problem there, because look, that was a lovely landing. We were going pretty slowly. Could have braked nicely, but that bump stopped the reverses activating till there. So suddenly, your touchdown point is no longer where you were, but there. That far down the runway. So you've eaten up a massive amount of runway to then. Bye. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Won't be streaming for a while, so I do apologise about that, but, yeah. Thanks very much, everyone. That was a great fun stream. Really good fun. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you all another time. From me, I think it's bye-bye. Thanks, guys. See you all soon. Bye.